What I like to say, when it comes to great fights, if it keeps you stuck on your sofa and not wanting to go to the bathroom, texting your friends, getting hyped, getting off your chair, screaming, that's when you know you have a good fight. And there's been plenty in 2020 despite of the pandemic. So when we come back, we're going to get into 2020's Fight of the Year in the Akim Barak Awards show. Fight Nation, Dazn, don't move. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's the Akim Barak Show. It's the 2020 Akim Barak Awards. And our next category is a very important category, and it involves two people, not only one person, because it is the Fight of the Year, Barak.
Yeah, and every fight is like a movie. You got an action flick, and then you have a suspenseful flick. So you can have action, all action, or you can have suspense because you know at any given second somebody can get knocked out, but at the moment they're playing a game of chess.
That's right. And when you put those together, when you have suspense and action and all of that bundled up together, you have a hell of a fight, right? So we have to jump into the nominees for 2020's Fight of the Year.
Fight of the Year. Here are the nominees.
I want to go to the first nominee. Now, this particular fight might have not been a super war, but it was entertaining. As it lasted, and that's Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. Now, Leo Santa Cruz was the underdog going into this fight, but before the knockdown, there were competitive rounds in that fight. He was landing shots. He made it hard for Gervonta Davis at times. So that fight was entertaining, and it ended with an entertaining finish and an explosive left uppercut by Gervonta Davis to knock Leo Santa Cruz completely out. Very entertaining fight. A lot of media afterwards, a lot of text messages, a lot of memes, a lot of boxing news afterwards. So that's one of our nominees.
Absolutely. Great fight. Our next one is Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte. Now, there was 3 knockdowns in this fight, and obviously the last knockdown by Alexander Povetkin ended the fight. But it was a good fight, and it was more so the meaning of the fight, because it was a crossroads for Alexander Povetkin, who was 40 years old. He only lost to the cream of the crop. He only lost to Klitschko, and he only lost to Anthony Joshua. But this fight could put him back in contention to have another title fight. So it was a very important fight for him. And you're talking about Dillian Whyte, who was the mandatory for the WBC for over 2 years, and he would be in the same spot. If he would have won, he would have been in the same spot now that Usyk is in, where he's actually able to demand the fight between him and Joshua before Joshua fights Fury. So this was a very pivotal fight for both of them guys, and it turned out to be a mini war.
Now, for the next nominee for Fight of the Year, I would have to go with Estrada and Cuadras, man. Listen, these guys have got it in before. So if I'm not mistaken, this was a rematch.
Yes, it was.
And it's when you have two guys with that type of will, right? Will, where, listen, I don't care what is in front of me. I have to win this fight. I have to win this fight by any means. I believe it was in the second or third round. Cuadras took a shot that I said to myself, I don't think that this is going to last much longer. And how he came back from that shot, my mindset completely changed, and I said, wow, are we going to see another Gotti Ward here? Because this guy is not going to stop. He's the type of guy to die in that ring, God forbid. He wants to leave it all on the line, and that's when I knew we were going to see an entertaining fight. Though you can say that Estrada's the more talented fighter. I mean, Cuadras didn't lack in will, and he gave Estrada all he can handle in that particular fight.
100%. Our next nominee is Jose Cepeda versus Ivan Baranchyk. Now, obviously, anybody who's seen this fight know that this was what they call a barn burner. There was 8 knockdowns, 4 knockdowns apiece. Some flash, some look brutal, and the fight, I thought the fight was over, and it continued. This was the 140-pound division, the super lightweight. Baranchek was coming into this fight with 1 loss, and that was to Josh Taylor. So this was actually the road back to Josh Taylor or maybe Jose Ramirez for both of them. You know, Zepeda had 2 losses, and this was that pivotal fight, another pivotal fight leading to a championship. And it overall was an incredible, jaw-dropping fight. The last nominee is Vasily Lomachenko.
Oh, yes.
Versus the young boy, the guy who just went from just starting his career maybe 3-4 years ago to the pound-for-pound list, and that's Teofimo Lopez. Unbelievable fight. And now this was a chess match, and that's the thing. Not every fight of the year candidate is going to be a rock'em sock'em, knock 'em down, knock 'em out, especially when you're dealing with 2020, and there wasn't so many of those at the high level. Now you have to be able to appreciate high level boxing, and that's what this displayed.
We have to pick a winner for this category in Fight of the Year.
And the winner is Zepeda defeats Baranchek.
No knockout yet because these 2 guys have a heart. Oh! Baranchek! He spins the leg, and this fight is done! What a knockout!
Let the man who had the fight of the year accept this award on his own behalf.
Hello guys, this is Jose Zepeda, and it's a great honor to be part of the AK and Barack 2020 Fight of the Year. It takes 2 to make a fight like this, and I want to shout out Ivan Baranchek for making this fight possible. I want to thank my fans, and I can't wait to be back 2021 in the ring.
As Barack mentioned, man, it was hard to even pick the nominees. I mean, the Fight of the Year, even though they were all great, it was kind of easy to pick the Fight of the Year, but there were so many other fights that didn't make the nominees, B.
Yes, unbelievable. Now, like I said it before, it was a no-brainer who won. But Dad, it's hard not to have every fight as a nominee because we appreciate these fighters and what they put on the line every time they step into that ring.